Hello. Well, you've done the right thing. You've come onto the website here and you're in that position of trying to decide what course might suit you. I've been very involved with Springboard because I believe in it. I believe it is a great opportunity for people who are in a difficult situation. You're unemployed, and I know how that feels because it has happened to me twice in my own career. Sometimes I'm described as a serial entrepreneur. I think I'm only that because I couldn't hold down a job. But I was lucky enough that when I did find myself out of work, things were good in the economy at the time, and reasonably quickly enough I found myself with a job again. What worries me is when good people like you who've lost a job, and genuinely I mean this, through no fault of your own, we've had a cataclysmic meltdown in our economy and certain sectors have just evaporated and people have lost jobs and lost employment opportunities in those sectors that have been most adversely affected. And you know, people say, oh, I was made redundant, and I know that may be technically correct, but the job you were doing became redundant. You are not redundant, but what you find is if you stay too long out of work, and I assure you, look, I know you've been probably making the most valiant efforts to find work, but from an employer's perspective, I can tell you that if I have somebody sitting opposite me who I'm looking at, and though they might be well qualified, great work experience over the years, but they haven't done anything for the last 6, 12, 18 months or more, and I'm sitting in the next interview opposite somebody who has been on a course, has adapted their skills to my particular requirements now, well, that's a no-brainer. And the great thing about Springboard, these courses that the 6,000 places that are on offer, is they've been specifically selected to be in sectors where there are jobs. So, you know, ICT. So you might have been doing something else and you now want to get into technology. Biopharma, we call it, and that sector, you know, pharmaceuticals and that, medical devices is another one. There are jobs. In fact, people in those sectors are finding it hard to fill those jobs. Another expanding area, despite our recession, is the green economy. And again, you could pick one of the courses. There are, believe it or not, 220 courses. You can pick a course that suits your current skills, how you want to upskill and make yourself so much more employable, as I said, in sectors where there are vacancies. And there are 6,000 places because the HEA has worked out there are 6,000 jobs to be filled over the next 12, 18 months in these sectors. Another one I should mention is international financial services. That is still growing apace in Ireland. Yeah, in 2008, like everybody else, that sector got a fright too, but it's now growing again and looking to employ people. And I suppose the real reason I got involved myself this year was they've introduced courses in entrepreneurship. Because you know what? Maybe, like I decided once myself, you know, being unemployed twice, third time would have been really unlucky, and I said, look, I'm going to work for myself. And I do feel for people who have set up businesses and those businesses have got into difficulty and now they found themselves out of work. You know, you need to reskill, and there could be other business opportunities that you could bring your skill set to. And that's why I'm saying I'm thrilled there's 1,000 places for people who want to look at entrepreneurship. And if I was looking at a course, if I was you, I would be, you know, looking at the ones, okay, picking the sector that you feel you'd like to work in. And as I said, the great thing about Springboard, there are only sectors where there are jobs out there waiting to be filled. Pick one that suits you, your aptitude and your skills will suit. Pick a course that I'd like to see a course with some work placement in there, and 60% of these courses have work placement as well. That certainly will help you, because you're now at a job interview, you have things to talk about, what you've been doing recently, rather than, I know the feeling, trying to apologise for a CV that stops a couple of years back or 18 months back and that. So look, it's great that you're taking this step, and as I say, to people who have been unemployed, if you don't do something like this, you become all the more, should I say, less attractive to employers. They like to see somebody, yeah, we've all hit a speed bump with this recession, but somebody who got up, dusted themselves down, went on an appropriate course, upskilled themselves correctly, and are now available to work again. So in your search for the proper Springboard course and springing out of that into a new career, I want to wish you the very best of luck. Thank you.